All right, we are back. Hi, peeps. How are you? Hello, Erica. Hello, G Helmets. You're going to have to excuse me. A little bit of couple caveats to this stream. First off, I'm on call, so there may be a moment I have to pause in case a call comes in and deal with it. Also, I am still recovering from a cough that will never go away, so if it gets to a point where I am muting the mic a decent amount, it's for your benefit of your ears. So, that being said, welcome back. Good to see you all. Glad to be continuing this adventure of Chrono Trigger. Also, in another moment of, I guess, proclamation, my dinner showed up late, so unfortunately I'm going to be kind of nomming for the first bit of the stream, so I hope you don't find that as rude. I usually snack when I play in the begin with, but this is a whole other level, so. How's everyone doing this evening, whether it's in celebration of Easter or otherwise? I'm the otherwise side of the fence, but... Erica, it's good to see you in here. I don't think I've actually seen you since you were last time on here and you were getting ready for your LARP. Hope things are going well. And I guess since we're kind of at a timeline point, first off, hello to people who for some reason might be at my stream for the first time here and from a video on demand point of view, but I'm Josh, GM Josh. Voices in the Dungeon, and I am streaming Chrono Trigger for the first time in relation to all the content creation I do for Fabula Ultima, which is a TTJRPG, a TTRPG game system that is rules light, really fun, and continuing to grow, inspired by the successes of games such as Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Breath of Fire, and pretty much almost any JRPG we can probably find a relative link to in some manner. So, welcome aboard and watching, and I encourage you to check out my videos. I am also 9 subscribers away from 500, to which I am going to then start planning out a live stream where I will have a collective group of a few people to do a world building session live on YouTube, and I'll start planning that out soon. So, all right, back to the chat here. Actually, let me get through the game starting here, because well, cool. Am I going to have a crash? Yep. Hey, Erica, you finally got to witness one. 0.1 for Erica. Actually, I hadn't had this game crash yet. That's crazy. Yeah, I've been busy. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Glad to have you have some time in here. G-Helmet, planning on finishing while you stream, unless there's a lots of conversation on FU and all. Salandra, I just got back from Easter with the family. I'm nice and full from all the food. Awesome. Good to see some of the familiar faces are around, and we'll continue to see how bad I do at this game. What? No, I don't want those points. Those are bad points. Okay, well, I'll retract that point. So we'll just ignore that happen then. I just wanted to give you a nod to all your wisdom to not use this game platform. Like I said, once again, I will be kind of eating in between for just a short few minutes, so my apologies if I'm not playing at the pace I'd normally like to. I was trying to remember where we started or finished off, and I forgot. Yeah, we're in the Snowy Hills. We just defeated the Reptite leader and the large black dragon. Ayla had essentially promised the leader that they were going to protect this land as they are now the dominant existence. Oh, actually, you know what? That's funny. Okay. Everyone said, oh, this is one of my favorite parts on my last stream. And I was like, okay, then this is a good time to just stop. So it's also a good time to start. How's your playthrough been coming along, Erica? Lots of world building. I promise I'm a grown adult. I know how to eat, despite me just spilling food on myself. You're only slightly ahead of where you are, or where I am now. Okay, cool. I call this my favorite part, but I will also call another part my favorite part. That's okay. I have no problem having multiple favorite parts. All right, where are we headed here? Just freely walking in the snow. Interesting. If I'm not mistaken, it said 65 million BC, and it looks like a futuristic dome or something here. Skyway, okay. Oh, it's sorry, it's 12,000 BC, not 65 million. That was Ayla's time frame. I've learned a long time ago, don't just randomly walk into circles and ritual areas without exploring the rest. And Hassa. Land bridge. All right. As always, let's save real quick. Trying to condition myself into that. Ooh, we got all kinds of people. Looks like scholars of some sort. Let's talk to the unique looking one. This is the magic kingdom of Zeal, where dreams can be made reality. But nothing in this world comes free. There's always a price to be paid. Also, like I said, I'm coming off of a cough, so I'm sorry if I have like this kind of like type of reaction in me. You are most unusual visitors. Am I waking, or is this but a continuation of my dream? Regardless of that, I welcome you to Zeal. Her Majesty Queen Zeal rules the Magic Kingdom. She is without peer in beauty or grace. We owe our prosperity to Her Majesty the Queen. After the king died, she encouraged the development of our kingdom's magical prowess, which has led to the great advancements. So, real quick, I can already see this is a fantastic example in Fabula Ultima to use as kind of a template or inspiration for a advanced society as far as scholars, magic users, and in all cases, usually in most of these games, there is some sort of sustained balance, but in a lot of reactions, there's something that eventually throws it off and it goes into chaos, but we'll see if that goes this way, but it would definitely be a trope or an area or setting you might consider putting in your game. Okay, wow. Put that fire out. Let the trial see that when I showed up, he burned the book and I saved the library. So just saying, the next trial that comes into play. The door to the Northern Shrine is sealed by a powerful force. Even we, the Enlightened Ones, lack the means to open it. Welcome. Have you come to do business? Yeah. Hell yeah. Give me all the mid potions and high. Oh, I got plenty of high. Give me a lot of high. Give me 10 high potions. All right. I saw the expenses. We've had one trial, yes, but what about a second trial? Hey, I want some redemption. I want a redemption arc for my character. Can we put Marl back on trial for all her inefficiencies and shortcomings. Guess I shouldn't be buying nothing but items. I'm sure there's gear to buy. Ooh, boy. He seems a Solon lad. What wrong? What animal for eat? Tastes good. The pack winds howl. One among you will shortly perish. Oh, cool. Ominous Damien child. Young one, of what do you... Wow, too British on that one. Of what do you speak? I do not know what this portends, but did not like the sound of that at all. Strange boy, but not bad boy. This is a font of recovery. Rest your wearied mind and body within, traveler. It's fine. I'm sure nothing happened. Sure. I always loved the ominous fortune tellings of a young boy that just creepily walks away after stating it. Oh, do I just walk in and it happens? I don't have to do anything? The Queen's palace sits at the heart of the kingdom. She watches over all of the world from its high vantage point. It's because of that we can sleep our days away in peace. Young boy and a cat. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a double negative almost right there. I wonder what's within the Northern Shrine. No doubt the key to unlock its seal is held at the palace, but entry there is strictly forbidden in the name of Her Majesty the Queen. For sleepy people. The city of Kajar, the high seal of magical research, lies on the edge of the western continent. The airship, the Blackbird, is maintained there as well. Sleep. The world you see with your eyes may well differ completely from the one I see with mine. There are as many different worlds as there are observers. Never assume that only those things which you can see or touch are real. Whoa, he disappeared. Sleep, sleep. Truth exists in dreams. The worlds exist in me. Let's do the Final Fantasy walk around real quick. Check everything. Check all bookcases. Then I guess go find that Damien child again. Ah! Oh, no. I didn't do that. Close it. Crap. It's going to be the Iron Maiden for me now. The magical Iron Maiden. Oop. Oh, that's what I... So how has everyone been? I know people are just kind of working on stuff, and I know Salandra is in Easter food coma. I was kind of curious what type of response I'd get today, it being Easter, and I'm also streaming a little earlier than normal. I did not mean to do that. So I don't think I did. Okay, yeah, I did. Hey, a ship. In Kajar. I don't like this music at all. Why are you here? All is well with the Blackbird, I presume? Oh. She's fully operational, Lord Dalton. Of course she is, you blundering idiot. Were she not, we'd all be in trouble. You, what are you doing here? Those clothes. You must be the ones the prophet said would come to interfere. Ooh, what? Think I shall watch for the time being and see how he plays his hand. Not that I expect he'll tip his cards so easily. Ha! Early stream is good on my side since I am 1 hour later than you. Ah, well, good to know. It being a Sunday too, the last couple times I streamed, I didn't want it to be too late for anyone or anything like that, so. Whoa, those statues look rad. Your power differs from ours. It's difficult to describe, but in you I sense a strange kindness. Are you guys all malicious and... gotta quit opening those books. The Magic Council is going to have me destroyed. In ancient times, people crafted wondrous weapons and armor by combining shards of a rainbow-colored shell with the Sunstone's power. But now only the Guru of Life knows the art of crafting such things, and even if others did, the Queen has ordered us to abandon use of the Sun's power. Solander says, pretty much food coma. Other than that, I've had a very short session I ran on Friday. One of the 3 party members went out to eat dinner first and got held up over an hour. Somebody played through ours. I've had that experience happen before. It is what it is. But hey, at least you still got to play. Any progressions in your game? Oh, such beautiful... Oh, Bosch's contentment where there is in the newly blossomed bud. But what could I... Would that I could... Oh my god, can I read? Would that I could be a flower? I am concerned that there's these little, like, replenishment tiles just anywhere we go. That's the Sun Temple which you see on the southern sky isle. The Sunstone, once our primary source of power, was enshrined there. However, the temple was sealed up along with the northern shrine once we turned to our new energy source. The Queen claimed we no need for the energy of tired old sun. At least it's being kind to showcase this area around. I've been in reading this. Some of the stuff is feeling a little Sea of Stars, with like Sea of Stars relevant with the sun and all that on one end, but also that I noticed they talked about the rainbow colored shell, which is a specialty currency in Sea of Stars, the rainbow conch. So I'm wondering if they kind of just did a wink and a nod and tie to this. Alright, my first pass of cut and paste is done. I have the finishing cuts to do, like 12 enemies before it's done. We have not talked about it live, but managed to get my kids to session 0 with me at my birthday some days ago. That's why I have this new project going. Found out that if your players have common interest, the session 0 can go pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's something to talk about even before you have a session 0 with like people you're long-term playing. At least get the understanding of what theme and setting you want to play. Like, you can go free random if you want, but I think it would be to your benefit to at least have a foundational understanding where you're starting. Yeah, the creator of Sea of Stars is a #1 fan of the game, so he clearly used many references. Yeah, and that's why I referenced that. It seemed pretty one-in-one with that. I run my games freeform, not just following a pre-made story. The problem was nobody had a clue what they wanted to do, and I'll blame that on me for not asking before ending the session. That's a great underlining point. If you're going to be very dependent on open narrative, yeah, at least have some suggestive thoughts. Or worst comes to worst, you could roll some random shit if you wanted to from the core rulebook to kind of give some interest as far as like new locations if you're not sure. But also, doesn't hurt to do a Monster Hunter style quest to give them something cool or an incentive. It doesn't always have to be straight narrative story completion. My friend in my game, I fully intend, since she's a gourmet, I will have her do some obtainment quests for special ingredients to eventually unlock a gift to them. So they may not always be in the vein of destroying the BBG or finding the magical source of some artifact. It could be something silly and fun. However, the temple was sealed up with the northern shrine once we turned to our new energy source. Oh, I already read that. I'm really not good at improvising 100% like I used to be, so having one session prep time is great for me. So I had to wing it entirely with a small story. Hey, go with it. And I think the one thing I've learned in Fabula Ultima, not one, but one of the few things I've learned specifically Fabula Ultima is be kind to yourself and to your group, to be okay with not always having the answers and taking some time to figure out what direction you want to go, or even if you have an oversight on a rule or something. People I've played with in the past tend to take things like D&D way too seriously on that stuff, and I've just learned to backpedal away from that. Erica says, my players were trying to do the side quest, but then I made the main quest at the end. See, hey, it happens, it happens. G-Hound says, I'm a big fan of Freeform too, just winging everything, but even though I always create lots of props and always helps. Props is the best way to get improvisation skills going. You just have to take a prop and build around it. I agree, especially if you have those at the ready. I originally had a lot more art and stuff that I was using on the beginning of my Foundry displays, but I've gone more to a just theater of mind when it comes to certain things, unless it's a big time character that I'm introducing. All right. I really should prepare some stuff for this week. We skipped last week, says I just hadn't had the energy to get my stuff together, and will likely miss another game or two this month. Hey, yeah, take your time and figure it out. I mean, it's I didn't have any games this week, mostly because there's some people that weren't available for weddings and all that stuff, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise. You get kind of fallen into the work of prepping your games when you're GMing too, on top of all the other stuff you do, and sometimes it's just nice to stop, breathe, and move on for a bit, and then get back to your stuff, even if it's stuff you love and have fun with. Why do some possess the gift while others lack it? It's a conundrum. One of the nice things in Fabula is following JRPG formula. There is no problem letting them do only side quests. Absolutely. You just gotta be okay with them leveling off. The main is for the grinding all the side quests. Yeah, I've been putting less into my prep. I've had enemies that didn't have animated text once or twice. Oh, I think that could be forgiven, Erica. But I also know the efforts you put into for your displays in Foundry, and they always impress me, so I'm not one to shun your efforts in any shape or form. The structure you can see beneath with waves below is the Ocean Palace, a system of our Queen's greatness. This queen seems pretty great. Queen Zeal, was it? I'm sure in her isolation, nothing bad's happened. The palace is a beacon of light which will guide us to a brighter future. All praise the great and wondrous Queen Zeal. The Earthbound ones are being allowed to work on the construction of the Ocean Palace. It seems even they have their purpose. Ooh, that sounds a little caste system going on here. The construction of the Ocean Palace has fallen behind schedule. An everlasting palace beneath the waves. It'll be a sight to be seen when it's finished. You know something? The strategy... Sometimes the strategy is to just ship the job on your players. Just ask them, send you idea. I do that all the time. Then you build on them as the game goes. Greatest character of the game. Oh, okay. We all know the royalty is always good and excellent champions. Absolutely. Can't think of anyone that's ever turned on them or been possessed or been the secret the mini boss. Salander says, I have a large storyboard of rumors that PCs can investigate at any time, aka side quests. However, I kind of require that one session prep when the PCs show interest in pursuing them. That makes sense. Yeah, you definitely want some structure. That's a nice idea. Give them... That's an awesome idea. You give them this board on a Discord channel or something. Oh, what was that up there? What tempest must rage in your young Lord Janus's head? His only friend other than his sisters, that cat that follows him about. I have a suspicion Janus is, I've already met in another era, in a different age range. Could be wrong, but... I heard Lady Shala's powers far surpass those of her mother. Then there's her brother, young Lord Janus. He's of royal blood as well, of course, but doesn't seem to have the faintest trace of magical ability. Something tells me that is going to change. The gurus of life, time, and reason dwell in Zeal. Their knowledge and skill is without equal. Zeal's progress stems from a new energy source. Its powers far surpass that of the sun's elemental energy. That is really concerning. It's because every character lie on their name in this game. Pretty sure Chrono's name is Bob. This session, none of them seem... Salander said, this session, none of them seem to really care what they did. Just kind of, what do you want to do? Or what do you want? Now, for next session, they figured out they want to go investigate a star that landed in their mouths. Hey, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have a game where people are not... I don't want to say don't want to play, but they're not really super driven, and either A, you got to have the incentive of it, or you just have fun with a little bit less panache to the game. I've been working to fashion a capsule that will enhance one's magical skill, but my precious products have been disappearing in recent days. It must be that naughty New that took them. They do so love pranks. He's no doubt hidden them all about. Can I work like this? Honestly, Fabula kind of doesn't want you to do a lot of side quests. You'll level too fast if you do too much side questing. And I can see that. And I agree that you have to be careful with that. Like, I don't want to turn it into, like, a 5-session quest where, you know, they're gaining EXP of 5 at least in per session. But I will definitely try to find side quests that are in the narrative quest. But I also don't mind having a few sessions on the side. Especially since I don't have a quote-unquote end game. I know one way or another my characters are going to find their way to that really powerful point of multi-class at some point, one way or another. I heard a strange prophet has come to the palace. I do not know the details, but I heard he has powers most uncanny. Water summons wind. Wind makes fire dance. Don't talk to me. A guru once told me that the Sunstone once held all the nearly infinite energy of our sun. Over time, that energy was slowly depleted, and it turned into the lightless Moonstone. Let me guess. Us awesome humankind are the one who drained it. Know you this, traveler? The Moonstone could be restored to the glorious Sunstone if left bask in the sun's warm light. but such would require eons. None of us will ever witness that gorgeous glow again. Oh, I have a feeling I know what I can do. Let me hold on to it. I'll take it somewhere. I would do Discord, but we play in person, so I literally put it on a board and hang it. That's fantastic. Of course, most of us have some association from online play, but if you got it in game, that's with people, there's no beating that. My Fabula Ultima group, we're all going to gather in November for KupoCon up in Vancouver, and with an exception of one person, and I'm hoping to do an in-person game since I never get to play with them in person. Save. Take a couple of bites here real quick. Sorry, I'm running a little slow here with my eating, my talking, and reading everyone's commentary in the game and out of the game. Mandatory fun time. Hey, how you doing? Some of the best music in the game is here. Awesome. I mean, there hasn't been much music I didn't absolutely love from the get-go, so it's good to know there's more to enjoy. How you doing, Mandatory? The music is a big part of why this is one of my favorite parts of the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to say. Maybe it was boring. Maybe people just had other stuff going on. Maybe you guys had different play styles, maybe, etc. It's always different things, so don't blame yourself. Yeah. I agree with Solandra in all aspects of that. Like, I mean, one of the things I try to do no matter the game I'm running is get a feel of everyone's mood. Now, I also really try to play on Fridays, primarily because most people are in the mindset to have a good time and they're ready to decompress from work, and it's not like a midweek thing where people are still dealing with stuff. But I still have my Wednesday games every now and then, and I keep those shorter. But I always like to make sure everyone's kind of in a good mood before we even get started. And Tori says, I'm doing well. Just got back from visiting my daughter for the weekend. Awesome. Hope that was all good. You do anything for Easter? I'm trying to be I'm not one who celebrates Easter, but at the same time, I welcome everyone's walk of life in any shape or form, and I know this is a very large holiday, so if you've experienced that, I hope it at least was a good one. Oh, good. We're gonna walk in here, and this ominous music always throws me off. This is the Queen's Palace in the center of the magic kingdom of Zeal, which is to say, this is the center of the universe. That man appeared only recently, but he earned the Queen's trust quickly with his startlingly accurate predictions. His origins are a mystery. He's not one of us enlightened ones, but nor is he an earthbound one. From where could such a man have come? It's fine, nothing ever bad happens. Yeah, not at all. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in the mic. Were you aware that Balthazar, the guru of reason, maintains secret chambers in Hassa and Kajar? No, but I will try to. And where was that place again? In Hassa and Kajar. Okay. Are they like down below? Oh, okay. You do best to speak to the Queen or the Gurus if you wish to learn the mammoth machine in the Ocean Palace. But just between you and I'm not placed much faith in any answers Her Majesty gave you right now. She's been different as of late. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Those are the other two cities you went to. Yeah, I remember Kajar. I was double checking to make sure I remembered what he was saying. Could be a nice subject to work on the effective schedule on play. Yeah. The Queen's Counsel, Lord Dalton, was in charge of the Ocean's Palace's construction until the Wandering Prophet arrived and took over. Lord Dalton's in a foul mood these days. Best to avoid him if you can. Yeah, he's kind of a butt at the airship area. The completion of the Ocean Palace will secure everlasting glory for the Kingdom of Zeal. There will be no more fear or sadness, only eternal peace. The Queen must have borne a great deal of pain and sorrow in silence. Progress requires equal sacrifice. Much must have been given to allow Zeal to attain the glory it now knows. This way will take you to the bedchambers. I don't know what that was. That's what it looked like. Looks how he looked like he'd sound. Shala! Oh, Janus, you've returned. Is something wrong? The black winds. You feel the foreboding too. Don't worry, it will be all right. Here, keep this close. What is it? It's an amulet containing my prayers. If something should happen, it will keep you safe. I wish that I could remain with you always, but Mother has other plans. That's not our mother. She looks like her, but she's not the same inside. ... Even still, forgive me, Janus. Pardons, Your Highness? Oh, I'm always wrong when it's off. The Queen requests your immediate presence at the Ocean Palace. Very well. Well then, Janus, I must be on my way. Oh, who might you be? Forgive me, my lady, but we must hurry. If we were late, I fear I'll be, well, you know, the Queen. Of course, my apologies. Let's talk to Kid and Kitty. Go away. No, tell me more about my pending doom. Nope. Oh, he yells at me for touching the books. What was that? Oh. Don't waste your time. Alphador only likes me. Alphador, what a cat name. This song gives me Metroid feels. Or Metroid, Super Metroid. When she prays to the device, the pendant glows with an unearthly light. Pardon me. Eternal glory, or Jihamon's saying, eternal glory of the kingdom of Zeal. You know that eternal kingdom that does not exist in the future. Right, right? Clearly because it was too glorious. Well, maybe they just relocated. Dude, Super Metroid has great music too. I know what you mean though. It was creepy. Yeah, just some of the areas you walk into, there's just that ominous humming like start before the music slowly starts building up. This is the way it leads to the Mammon Machine Chamber. Okay, well I guess I'll go in there since you moved out of the way. The prophet's aura is clouded with hatred and sorrow. If he does not free himself of those emotions, he'll destroy himself and those he loves with him. Beyond lies the Mammon Machine Chamber. You can feel the glorious energies of Lavos surging from it. What? The Mammon Machine. You'll come to see it. No. Yes, I thought as much. Can you feel the flow of the mighty Lavos' power? Oh, it brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, I'm not going up in there. I'll go save. Let me through, weirdos. I wonder how the Guru of Life is doing. What are we supposed to do without him? Humans, I tell you. Right, humans. Oh, Lavos. Sorry, making sure this isn't an on-call. Okay, good. You should keep talking to those two. Okay, good to know. Woo! That chip had way too much salt on it. I want to be the wind, Masa. Ah. Oh, you will someday if you try hard enough. Our big sister Doreen went to Enhasa again. Yeah, she likes to dream. I like the wind better than dreams. Whoosh! Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, what's up? So, fun moment last night. I would say I attended a wedding of a good friend, and he was in my D&D game. He was exchanging his vows with his husband, and I was sitting in the back, and I'm having this cough, and I feel it coming up into my throat, and I'm trying all I can to hold back on it. And I go like this. I go like once, and then I hold it, and I start for 2 minutes, going, just trying my best to hold it because I know it's almost done. And this girl in front of me, the row in front of me, hold on, looks behind her at me, seeing me going. And she thought I was having a heart attack, and I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to disrupt it. It was not the best moment of my day. I remember you talked about your jobs before, but I don't remember what's the nature of calls. It's all service stuff. When equipment's not acting accordingly or making noise or just a bunch of stuff like that. I have a huge spectrum of customers. Most of them are elderly that just don't know how to operate stuff sometimes and stuff like that. Okay. Thank you for telling me to talk to them, Erica. And it wasn't too much of a spoiler or anything, but got nice to. I kind of figured with going back and around time, we were going to run into these little tongue-in-cheek moments. But back to what Solandra was saying, yeah, outside of Final Fantasy games and stuff like that, now recently adding this on, Super Metroid has one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Same with pretty much all the Castlevania series throughout Nintendo into Super Nintendo. I really love the soundtrack for that game we talked about a few sessions ago, where EVO, the Search for Eden or whatever it was. I love that soundtrack. It's mostly like security equipment that I work on. Oh, cool. I can just come and say hi and no problem. This is the font of Zeal's power, the Mammon Machine. It draws and magnifies the limitless power of Lavos. Oh, that's great. If the Mammon Machine is moved to the Ocean's Palace, we can extract even more energy from Lavos. The dream of eternal life will be made possible. Oh, Almighty Queen, our kingdom will reign for all eternity. Am I hyped from the new Castlevania coming from the guys from Dead Cells? Yeah. I mean, I thought Dead Cells was a great game, and it looks like they're trying to go to... I'm still trying to figure out if they are going to a true Castlevania game, like the original platformers of Nintendo and Super Nintendo, or if they're going to continue the Metroidvania style. I did see the developers of Bloodstained, the original Castlevania creators, are releasing the second Bloodstained too. I'm very excited for that. When the Mammon Machine was finished, the Queen became a different person almost overnight, a much colder one. Just between us, I heard that anyone who opposes Her Majesty, and not just Earthbound ones, vanish and are never heard from again. That's seems a little relative of current events. Ooh, Melchior, the Guru of Life, opposed the Queen's plans and disappeared shortly thereafter. It pains me to consider some conspiracy may be at work, but it's terribly suspicious. The three gurus constructed the Mammon Machine from a reddish stone that had been kept in the royal treasury for generations. The Guru of Life Melchior was in the charge of the plans and conducted a great deal of research on the nature of Lavos. But now, well, I'm sure you know the rest. Most people don't seem very high on this progression. Accepting the Guru's Lady Shala is the only one with such power. Okay. So if I just touch this red button, what? Fine. I can eat people's lunches, I can do all kinds of other stuff, but I can't touch the shiny red button on the entire reactor of energy source. Well, okay. Well, no, I want in. Her Majesty said she had business at the Ocean Palace. None may pass until her return. Your pendant, it looks identical to Lady Shala's. I figured. I heard that when Lady Shala communes with the Mammon Machine, her pendant glows with a strange light. All this lore dump should already connected a lot of dots in your head. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. It ties a lot into many of the story hooks you had before. That door cannot be opened from the outside, save with a powerful magical key like Lady Shala's pendant. Your pendant looks identical to Lady Shala's. Yeah. Strange. Why no move? A mere door binds us hand, foot, and tongue. Ha ha ha. Oh, Glenn. Let's go charge it with Lavos. There we go. Okay. No narrative, just all of a sudden it's infused. Okay, let's try going to the door again. Actually, let's go save. Oh, you dicks. Her Majesty said she had business at the Ocean's Palace. None may pass until her return. Boo! Look at that. Me smart. Ayla, go. Not be scared, Chrono. What trial awaits us next? Who are you? How did you get in here? Your Majesty, these are the bringers of disaster of whom I spoke. Indeed. They and the gurus alike. How dare you outlanders attempt to oppose me? Fools, one and all, Dalton seize them. Yes, Your Majesty, with pleasure. Golem! Oh, what? Remember what just happened, and also look into your mind for past door and box that looked... Okay. I was not ready for a fight. I'll say this. I was not ready for a boss fight from the very beginning here. My brain is... I'm assuming I am not supposed to survive this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fear not, I won't kill you, and not immediately, that is. I'll allow you to sample every type of pain and fear imaginable first. By the time we're through, you'll be begging us to end your suffering. Ah, what a delicious diversion. Erica says, I mean, it is one-shotting with each attack. Yeah, I kind of gathered. At first, I was like, okay, that sucks. That's a big hit. And then I saw Glenn get dropped. I was like, okay, I see what's happening here. However, there was one other fight in the past that I thought that was going that way, and I just was like, nope, game over. I'm like, shit. Idiots. What will you do, Shala? Let us help them. I don't think it'll be any of use, but you'll be in trouble if you let them escape. I lasted like 6 rounds. I was determined to see if it was beatable. I respect that. I've tried that in past games too. That you at least have an opportunity to try. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. And they might just be able to rescue Melchior. Are you all right? Quickly, you must flee the palace. I was actually going to bring that up as far as the uninevitable battle with your players. I remember it's written not to do it often, if I remember well, but I'm still pondering how to look at and play. I have not been in a moment where I've really considered it, but if I ever see the time, I might. I did damage for like 2 of those rounds. Oh, damage. Sorry. He was sent to the Mountain of Woe for opposing my mother's plan. Please, you must help him. I'm afraid I can... See, like I said, all these off-character voices. Your meddling tires me. It seems I need to put an end to you here. No, you mustn't. Don't. Meow. I straight up wouldn't do it as an actual conflict, at least not one where they're trying to do damage to the boss. I'm with you on that, Erica. I mean, I've not thought of a moment where I've been inspired to do that yet, but I could probably find something that would be a narratively relative, but very well, I will spare their lives. But in return, you will cooperate with me, Shala. Now, show me how it is you came here. Uh-oh. So you came through here. Or like a conflict where they're trying to escape, sure, but a fight they cannot win is wasting their time. Yeah, definitely want to burn out your characters in most cases, or your players, especially when they're. That's one of those things where it's like, I don't think it's the worst thing narratively, but also in a situation, if especially like my game where you only play once a month, I don't want to give them a battle that they feel like they were unprepared for, and basically, especially in the Fabula Ultima rules, where if they surrender, they take negative penalties and all that, which does have a narrative reason, but to give them zero chance, it's, I don't know. I just don't like that finesse to my players who are giving me their time to play. Now, Shala, once I throw them in, you will seal the portal shut. No, you can't make me. You will obey me. Their lives are at stake. Very well. Maybe when the villain is in his prime and he just overlooks the heroes and sex and lets them live after breaking them. I think just like in video games, if you're going to have unwinnable encounters, then make it obvious. It's not fun wasting precious items and time. That's my point. Yeah, especially if they have unique items and stuff that might have like a limited source. Granted, that's not very often in Fabula Ultima, but yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. I think it has to be a small 5 minutes without the villain monologue. With the villain monologue. He spared our lives, true enough, but something is amiss. They take Lavo's power. Lavos get weak. The emblem upon the door that Pendant opened. Have you not seen it before in other ages before? You can also have the villain with a level appropriate stop block, but narratively they're holding back. Yeah. A curious crest is engraved here, and a mysterious force seals it shut. Oh, I remember that door. At least I think I do. It seems our only hope does it not, Chrono? So back to the future. Which is what the big conflict recording I've posted is BBEG who was messing with them. Oh, I don't want to go to the Dactyl's nest. I forgot where to go. It's over here. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I'm thinking Protodome is what I'm wanting, but... It's very kind of them to just show that area. Solandra says another okay way to do it is show how powerful the village really is, and by what they've done in the past. Seeing a villain level an entire castle while you're level 10 shows you can fight them and win. Agreed. And the GM scenes are a magnificent way of doing that too. Don't even have to have the player on site. I mean, you could do it like where, you know, they're on a cavern overlooking this castle and then going into a GM scene from a different location, and that's when it happens. The question is do you want the characters to understand how powerful it is, or the players to understand? Oh, I fucking hate this place. I hope I'm going to the right area. I'll say this part of the game has been my least favorite part of the game right here, is maneuvering around this place. I like where you are in the game right now, watching on screen. See, yeah, exactly that. You can also show a known powerful character getting wrecked by the villain in the GM scene, like you would said to show up. Yep. Plenty of awesome ways to showcase their level of power. It still bugs me that those guys can go through the conveyor belt and I can't. I don't normally fish for spoilers, but I'm assuming I'm in the right area. I can't remember where that big door was that the amulet will trigger. I am not in the right area. Good to know. Thank you. I'm in the right time zone, though, right? I was feeling when they were showcasing the where to go, it seemed like I was in the AD time frame, the future. Okay, cool. I'm good for being one of two. Thank you. Do I have to F-Zero race back? That's okay. I don't want you cutting your hand. Oh, this was the door. Okay, yeah, so this was actually the door, or at least it looked like it was. Okay. You want the dome in the center island with the other side. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll let you use that jet bike, because that's the kind of guy I am. Don't sweat it, and don't you dare chicken out, babe. Oh, cool, I don't have to race? Oh, no, I do have to race, okay. Excuse me, sorry for coughing in the mic. Make sure to put that in your game. Always, if you want to get from point A to point B, make your group race an annoying guy to get from point A to point B. That'll be fun. You beat me. I don't get it. Well, you can come challenge me again anytime. Well, ride with the wind, babe. Jetpack conflict scene. Exactly. I've never been a big fan of any game where, like, it's not even just TTRPGs, like, where you race and stuff and to, like, to progress in the game. It's just never been my liking. Excuse me. However, that scene is not hard, but like I'm talking about like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you have to do like long horse-driven races and stuff like that. It's something that fits with the time where the game was made. It was showcasing the power of mode 7. Yeah, it's not even like just that. It's just the core of having to race to get from point A to point B. I know some people like it, just not my bag. I mean, I ask myself still to this day how games like Forza and Gran Turismo or whatever exist, because I have played those games, but I have never ever had the desire to spend a cent of my money on them, and I've never met anyone who praises those games in high level, but they exist. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is a masterclass in mode 7 fuckery. What a statement. I forgot how to do this. That's right. Okay. Oh. Get the shiny thing. Anyone approaching the food stock is under attack. Got it. Squeak, I give up. I'll tell you everything, Squeak. Yeah, I know about that. Okay, so I knew about that. Lightning 2. Aye. What is that sound? I don't remember that from last time I was here. Hey, look, I know that door. The pendant begins to glow. Hey, look at that. Oh, chest after chest. Obtained luminous robe. Obtained elixir. Obtained acuity ring. Obtained golden earring. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's some significant HP boost. Definitely want him to have the hero's badge. Cool with that for now. Oh, I just realized I didn't give Ayla magic. Hope. Or I don't remember if I can, but... FU question, can you only use the study action to learn NPC profiles while in combat? Looking at the book, I think so, but it's hard to say for sure. I was actually just reading this. I know the study action is the primary. There might be certain class abilities that will allow you to... man, I'm trying... It's off the top of my head. I can't think of what it's called that will give you those type of benefits. You could also do a workaround if you have like an Arcanist and they have like the Arcana of Knowledge, where when they're merged, you gain a... I don't know if it's they merge or they're dispersed, but you get to ask a question to the DM or GM and they have to answer truthfully. But I know that's like a huge workaround versus what you're asking. I also know there's the Orator that gives a build, or is it the Lore Master? Lore Master that might, but I think that it just applies to the study action. It's the Hermit Iris from Flores can reveal parts of Staplet. Thank you, Erica. Just saying, starting right now, remember to always take magic boxes from order down in time. I'm not comprehending what you're saying, G Helmet. I was thinking, like, if your PCs want to hunt a specific creature, then what should they all know ahead of time? Perhaps use a steady action outside of combat to general idea, but not specifics. Well, I mean, there's certain ways, of course, you could go with that. You could do a little side quest where they, you know, there might be an expert to help them out, but, you know, they, you know, you help them with something, you know, tick for tack. If you're just wanting to be direct about it, they could always spend a Fabula point to say there might be something nearby that gives them the opportunity. It's just up to you how much you want to give them. The study action is only available during a conflict, but you can study anytime, and getting stat blocks is only only one of its uses. Chihama says there will be boxes spread in the world that works with the pendant. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I wasn't. Yeah, the ones that are like saying they're like sprinkling with time or something. What I get what you're saying. Always get them further in time, because if you get them in the past, disappear. And some box upgrade from. Okay, so always obtain them in the future, if possible. Am I done here? Like, I mean, did I come all the way down here to just get some gear? I feel like there's more to this than what I just obtained. I love how Ayla literally rolled all the way down the stairwell, down the ramp, to hit him and rolled back. Not to my knowledge. I usually keep everything digital on my stuff via tablet or phone in most cases. Oh, hey, I remember this. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier, Salandra. Showcasing the villain's capabilities without it being a battle. In this area, more of this doors. This was just one, just not the one you're searching for. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I say, I don't know if you're new to my stream. Is it Desiree? Welcome in. I don't know how long you've been in. I don't get to moderate who's been in there, so thanks for the shout out and the assistance there. I love how the Enertron device does exactly the same thing as the convenience tiles in the City of Zeal, but it makes sure to let you know you're hungry, even though it doesn't ever say the Zeal ones give you sustain your hunger. Yep, just as Giamat said, the whole reason I have this stream is to welcome on people. I mean, the Chrono Trigger intrigue is mostly a shared experiment with me to people who've had the nostalgia of playing this game, but also promote Fabula Ultima, my favorite TTRPG. Wakey wakey. I was on the first stream live stream too, but because of time shenanigans, it can't always go outside. I 100% get it, and I appreciate the time you give. So, I thought I had recognized you before at one point, but the first stream was not my best stream, so there was a lot of tech difficulties I was trying to come across, so my retainment of that entire first session was probably not my best successes. Screw you guys. When I first met you, I couldn't do AoE magic. Times have changed now. Yes, I do have an open Discord now, welcoming anyone into JRPGs and Fabula Ultima. There's been a lot of great banter. Okay, that's where I came from. Back to this good old music. Learned raise. Interesting. Chrono learned that. Okay. You little turd. So yeah, back to like I said, I'm about 9 subscribers away from 500, which for myself, I'm very proud of that. Like, I didn't originally like do this for any type of notoriety. I just was hoping to get videos out that people were enjoying, and on top of that, gaining some sort of encouragement to try this game. And it still kind of blows me away that I'm almost 500 people interested in this specific niche, which I know there's many more players that play it, and they're not even English speaking, you know, with the game based out of Italy. But at the same time, though, I'm glad to see it growing, and I'm glad to be part of something that's growing at this rate. And I always want to say thank you for you guys, anyone who watches and partakes in it, but also the people that are giving me their time so consistently in here, like G Homet and Erica and some other people that are not as highly outspoken on here. Michael Metcalf, I appreciate you in this interesting journey that has come across. We're gonna aim to continue to bring more into the fray. Don't know if anyone answered you, but Ayla is magical. Okay, I think I actually do remember trying to take back, and I realized I couldn't do it. I'm also still trying to figure out the YouTube analytics. The video I posted out just a few days ago on Wednesday with the class build philosophy, I don't know if it was just the right time of release or what, but I was looking at my analytics last night, and it shows, you know, the ranking of my videos based on X amount of time since the most recent one's been out. And my current video is I think almost at 1,000 views, which is my first one within a week of that happening. And it's like a 600 to 700 view disparity from initial release of any of my other videos. I'm not exactly sure what triggered that. Her affinity is beating the crap out of enemies. Yep. She likes strong, man and woman. Ayla looks so happy, so does Glenn. Chrono looks... Chrono. I certainly hope I'm going the right direction here. The Banger Dome. Oh, hi. Ooh, I like that music. Alluring top... Success rate of charm. Who charms? I guess I haven't gotten to that. I should hit that gate. Okay. I was going to. I just figured I had to get the stuff inside first. Unless that was the intent first, but... Oh, well, looky there. Ah, you've been to the Magic Kingdom. With that pillar of light sealed, you'll be needing to find a way to move through them high more freely should you wish to return. It's just to unlock stuff. Okay. I recall someone working on such a device. The Wings of Time, I believe he called it. So sadly, I fear the man's spine left him in the course of those long years of research. I'm still wanting to go back there, though, right? Because I didn't really accomplish anything other than walk across the map and then find another portal open to a place I've already been. I forget why she can't get magic. Does he just not want to unlock her because he's scared, or does he just not have any connection to magic? At least with Robo, it's obvious. Huh, let's go find out. They may not repeat himself, but... Hey there, sweetheart. Unfortunately, you were born before magic existed, so casting spells is right out. But if it's any consolation, you seem to have plenty of other assets. Yeah, there we go. What do you want? Looking for some practice? Fuck no. I don't want you handing my ass to me. I do want to preface, I did mark this stream not for kids. So if there's any young folk listening, my apologies, earmuffs. Okay, well that answers that. Thanks. Yeah, sure. Glad to have some assistance in this to someone else. By the way, Spectio gets stronger as you level up to his last form at level 99. I mean, I have no incentive to ever fight him unless there's something I'm missing. I mean, he does a fantastic job handing my ass to me. Let's see what goods I got here. Ayla has charm, right? If I remember correctly. Who has charm? I guess maybe Marl? I can't remember. I've seen charm on someone and I don't know who. It's Ayla. Okay. What was that wallet thing? Oh, there. Of course, as soon as I... Turns EXP into G. Good to know. Okay, cool. Taking forever to eat. Oh, more sad people. Pendant begins to glow. Golden stud. Assuming that's like an earring. Ooh, that's very nice. MP reduction by 75%. Ooh, they got a plant. They must have stopped giving them electrolytes. Oh, goodness gracious. So I've been in the door in the Tran Dome. I've been in the door at the Banger Dome. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm glad you picked up when I was put that Salandra. The Transdome. So there's still people in RS Dome too. What's this? A plant, you say? What's a plant? I've never seen a thing like this before. That thing edible? I made it through the ruins with the cutting from the sapling that grew from that seed. Amazing what you can do when you think you're dead anyway. Okay. There is nothing else in here in the Transdome, at least from what I'm seeing. Oh. Well, don't be throwing those curveballs at me when you've been so helpful in the past. I thought you were just telling me I was missing something. So, in theory, it would actually be faster for me to go back to the balance of time, and then if I'm still need to be in 2300, going on the other side instead of backtracking all the way. I can only imagine that's why they put that there. I mean, about the only place I haven't been is the sewers that I recall. Yeah, screw that derelict factory. Brace me, buddy. So anyone in here, I have a upcoming Fabula Ultima game? I know Erica said that they need to start prepping for one. And yes, the sewer's where you need to go. Okay. Thank you. Wow. I got so lucky on that. I wasn't even paying attention and when I was reading screen. That's where I was going either way because I had no other option. That's what I was thinking too. It's just been letting say it. No worries. I mean, I'm happy to try to figure it out for myself, but it was just getting to a point where I had gone through every other location. I read what you said, and I thought you said by the sewers. You said the other dome by the sewers, so that's my fault from overreading that. Maybe one day I'll have one. I have lots of study ready, but none set yet. Well, you'll find one at some point. I don't even... most of my time is put into doing these videos and helping people. I barely get once a month with my group, so... I play my 5e Curse Straw game a lot more than I do Fabula Ultima, but that's just because availability of the players in each game. Also, I've been thinking about going to my local game store and promoting, doing some like onboarding prep starts, because I have come to realize there's not a lot of people that really know the game there, even though that's where I originally got my first book. But I've already talked to the GM there and stuff, and he said he'd be happy to allow facilitating that. And it's all about if I've got the time. Which right now I don't, but perhaps I don't know if you got any local game areas and for you, Helmet, you might be able to test your setup with some people. Good. I don't want me to go play with the smelly people. Also, my local store closed last year. That's a bummer about the store closing. My game store has a strict policy on smell auras. In fact, they have a whole shelving of very rare books and stuff from like AD&D, and then on the shelf there's deodorant. This is one of the most precious artifacts within our game store. That's actually a great idea. A lot of people learn about games that way. Same thing with free one-shots with Fabula Ultima also has. Yeah, I really think you could, you could get the PDFs where you could have do laminated PDF like ready the pre-gen character sheets. Like that game on the press start, even at the very minimal, is designed to help people learn on the first time. At least get them enough to into it. I think almost every single person, like in both of my press starts I did online, every single one of them, I think, for one person, immediately went and got the core rulebook. And furthermore, some people started watching it, during the kickstarting time frame, really started to go all in on that. So I know it's well crafted, and if you know what you're doing, you can make it very appealing. I got this already in Duotang, got all my stuff laminated. Hell yeah. Hey, I recognize these weird guys. Strange construct. Please do not disturb my slumber. All right. What? There we go. Hmm. You who have opened the door, I am Beltesar, the Guru of Reason, and formerly the king of the kingdom of Zul. Well, Zio. I was cast into the era by a great disaster which befell our land. Much to my surprise, I have learned that the creature Lavos was not a product of our age, far from it. It seems that the being fell from the sky in a bygone age, burrowing deep into the planet's core. There he began to feed upon its energy, growing ever stronger. I have no interest in taking into another game right now. I just wanted to showcase the Session Zero thing. Like, I've got enough games I'm running, and or even tried to schedule around. I actually had to drop out of 2 games of like Shadow Dark and another game because I currently don't have as much time with what I'm doing on the content creation too. Or I could just ask in another community. I am where there are many games. I'm sure there's plenty of people looking to recruit and stuff on the true Fabula Ultima game discords. Even just small ones. I mean, I guarantee you there's so many people like yourself that have like want to do trial runs of their creations, and like the people who have done like their own atlases and stuff. Like I guarantee you there's enough people. My thing is like I don't have enough time to run. I mean, I say this while I'm streaming, but I don't want to run another game, and I don't really want to play in another game that requires my time being set with others in most cases, unless I have the time. That's why streaming's easy for me. I can just set the time. When I do my videos, I can set the time to record them. But I mean, I think there's like, I don't know how many. Erica, I don't know if you're still in here. Have you noticed how many people are probably in the Rooster games or the actual Fabula Ultima Discord? I mean, I've got to admit, assume there's at least a few hundred, if not more. Lavos' form was revealed briefly when he was summoned forth by a mighty wizard by the name of Magus in the year 600. Also, whoever I have in the Session Zero that we run it for, I'm going to promote you guys. If people want to, learn more, maybe you guys can, maybe with people who get interested in the thing, you can take off with them and do the same. It's all right. I am just pushing, but I know you don't have the time to. It's not that I don't have the time. It's just, it's a lot. And my work is being jerky right now as far as my time management. Actual members, multiple thousands. Active people, probably a couple hundred. Yeah, that's more what I was getting at as far as... I am glad, though, there's enough people that are jumping into those discords to at least be part of that. I should choose to go and start something myself. I mean, yeah, like I said, check around on the other discords, but like I said, I'm more than happy to have you in my Session Zero one. I mean, I know Michael Metcalf was interested too. And then I'd probably need about 2 more. I'm going to probably leave those open for whoever throws. I don't know how I'm going to manage that, but I definitely want people to see how fun and easy it can be. But, that's going to take some planning once it's established. Lavos' form was revealed briefly when he was summoned forth by a mighty wizard by the name of Magus in the year 600. In the year 1999, Lavos emerged to claim the surface. That's so weird for me to see 1999. Now he has taken place, and I've named Death Peak as his throne, or nest as it may well be. His miniature spawn now flow through the mountaintop as an avalanche of death. 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 An avalanche Let's see. Official FU server 4,936. Rooster Games 7,695. Well, and I don't even. What other games is Rooster's like? Is there anything else that's? I haven't read much on the Rooster Games. I jumped in that originally, and then got the links to the Fabula Ultima. I very rarely actually exchange in the Rooster Games anymore. Lavos is a parasite of gargantuan proportions who host is the planet itself. Trapped here, I endeavor to continue my study and an observation of Lavos, but I believe the end draws near. Maintaining one's sanity is an endeavor in of itself in age such as this, an endeavor I fear may be futile. Fabula is certainly their big one. Yeah, I'd assume so. So before my mind is lost forever, I have decided to leave these records of my knowledge behind, among with my greatest invention. Ever did I long to return home and toil endlessly in the search of a way, but as I've neared the completion of my research, so did I near the end of my days. I have grown old and frail, and so I leave it in your hands, you who have opened the way. Take hold the reins of time and let all the people of this planet's past and future join as one. Then, only then, you just may be able to stop Lavos. You have little chance of success, but even a little chance is still a chance. You have opened the door. The fate of the world is in your hands. Open now the final door and claim what awaits you. My last and greatest work, the Wings of Time. Ooh. So, a little truth about me. I'm not the biggest in space stuff, but I thought Wings sounded a lot cooler until I realized it's a spaceship. So I'm not as excited about seeing this, but I have loved this game so far, so I'm just keeping with the optimism. I'm mostly laughing because if they're not watching now, they probably saw my response when I saw it was a spaceship of some sort, or time ship, whatever you want to call it. This must be it. The Wings of Time. Oh, what this thing? Eh? Am I missing something here? It's sad thinking about it that our local hobby store closed, because thinking about it, I would have felt like making some one-shots. Got a lot of some ideas to work on. I could also do those server random people, but it's always a gamble. That might be why I pay to be in another community that is filled with GMs. When you ask for players, it's always next level. Yeah, I can 100% see that. All right. That's what I thought. Okay. Here's the battery. Strange concept. Scared you didn't die. It's me, Balthazar. I copied my memories into this thing. What do you think? Precious, isn't he? Anyway, there's something I need to explain, namely how to transcend time. Press X to display the time gauge, then select the area you wish to visit. Ah, yes. Sleep, sleep. Wake up. Before you go, why don't you give a name to my time machine? Thinking. I want to keep it as Epoch. I don't want to name it Atma. Okay. Epoch it shall remain. Well then, hop aboard. Strange construct. Mumble, mumble. Take off. Oh, I like how the end of time is beyond the compass of it. There's prehistory, there's antiquity, there's Middle Ages, so all the time frames I'm already familiar with. Screw it, let's go to end of time. I don't recall him saying where I need to go. I'm assuming at some point I'm gonna grab that stone, oh my gosh, moonstone, and then accelerate it into the sun over time. I don't like how confident Chrono is with this. Just flipping switches. Whoa, what's this? This great! Fast! Fast! The Epoch is capable of this. Oh. Hey! Interesting, so he actually completed his Wings of Time. And at the cost of his own life, no less. Why not put those wings to good use and pay a visit to the ancient magic kingdom? Come and see me whenever you have the need. Think of me as your guide on Time's road. Okay. When was that magical time frame? That was, oh my gosh. It wasn't 2300. I think it wasn't, it was the other Antiquity, the other BC. Oh, thank you, Erica. Fine. The way is shut. Actually, before I go any forward, it's been 2 hours of me streaming, basically. I'm going to just pause for a second. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Appreciate you guys. Actually, I have a quick question for you guys. I've actually never really watched my layout when it's live. How are you guys mostly watching this? Is it via phone? Is it via PC when you're live watching? I'm always kind of curious because people stream differently. I'm just curious if I need to look to change my layout at all. Oh, that's great. A floating island chained to... grounded to the rest of the land. Well, hey, Terra Cave. Got you open on my laptop. Okay, good to know. This is Helgeti, the village of the Earthbound. We Earthbounds were banished from Zeal because we were possessed of no magical talents. The reason why I ask, it's okay, it's 2 PCs so far. The reason why I ask is because I come across a lot of people, like I come across people that are live streaming Chrono Trigger or other games, and it's set up for like a mobile style because I think a lot of people are just, you know, scrolling through. So I'm just curious if that changes the presentation of people's intrigue or getting to see my stream. Phone, that's a thing. That sounds like a terrible way to watch it. I have it on my second screen on PC. Okay, I'm cool with that. I mean, I have no problem with that if you're all for all on that. I'm just curious because I see a lot of people like on YouTube, and I will, like, I watched someone that was streaming Chrono Trigger briefly, and they had like 200 people watching, and I was like, now granted they probably have a much larger viewer base, but I was just like, I can't imagine just sitting there on my phone watching that. Many inhabitants of the land were taken to build the Ocean Palace, and none of them were ever seen again. Might I interest you in some goods? Man, you got some quite a few goods. Damage 1 point times 1.5 to magical beings. Yes, please. Oh wow, that requires more money than I have. I might have to do some farming with that wallet trinket. Pretty sure it's different depending on the community, but yeah. Well, and some of the people playing it, like, well, there's definitely different. There's the people that are just retro gaming. That's what they do, and then there's there's your standard. I'm not trying to downplay it or anything like that, but there's a lot of female streamers that seem to get a lot of attention because it's the first time they've played games or whatever and stuff like that. But and I'm not really like looking. I'm just curious. Like, it's more me just trying to understand the analytics of presentation and why it gets presented differently. And that's why I make sure to put Chrono Trigger as my tag. I try to make sure retro gaming is a tag, you know, stuff like that. And then Fabula Ultima was always my primary tag. There we go. Give me just enough to get that weapon for Chrono. Zanmato. And I'm assuming I saw like there's the Radiant Blade. Eventually it just becomes a damaging output that is beyond the worth of him having, like Glenn having Masamune. Even though there's the Hero's Badge that strictly increases the counter chance of it. The Guru of Life says that young Lord Janus possessed power within him exceeding even that of Lady Sala.
But then the queen lost her mind, and then the young lord grew to hate that power, and all the suffering it causes Lady Shala. Now he hides it, denies it, and shuts it down from his thoughts.
That hero's badge is pretty great. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I didn't know if it's optimized to keep the Masamune in his hand with that, or like consider other weapons.
The queen has installed the Mammon machine in the Ocean Palace in an attempt to absorb Lavos' energy, but is there not peril in such a thing? The Guru of Life said as much, but it only led to her to imprison him upon the Mountain of Woe. I fear there's little we can do.
When will Lady Shala come and play with us again? The three gurus and Lady Shala are near the only ones who do not treat us as inferior. The Mudbeast Den is dangerous. You shouldn't play around
I love how me reading kids' narrative here is just, I sound like Homestar Runner.
Hello there, my name is Homestar Runner.
No, I would not like to rest here.
In times past, the Enlightened Ones and we Earthbound ones lived as one.
This tunnel connects to a Mudbeast Den. And beyond the mouth of the den lies the great chain that anchors the Mountain of Woe to the earth.
Oh, that's what that floating mountain is, the Mountain of Woe.
Are you too good for the Earthbound purpose?
I mean, I don't see a need for it. I'm completely rested. Erica, I'm going to go up there. And I'm going to go rest. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to pay for the bed. And so help me. If I get robbed or nothing comes out of it because you made me feel bad. Okay. Well, you didn't charge me. Okay. Nothing was stolen. Okay. Okay. Surprise trial. The trial of dreams. God, that would be the worst if you set me up for that. I was just messing. No, I knew you're calling me out, but also like, for a moment there when he was like, "Would you like to rest here?" I'm like, this seems too kind. Getting some ice cream for my wife. I'll be back then. Cool. Be safe. Excuse me. Sorry. Uh-oh. Attack increased. These are some stout monsters. Yeah, anyway, like I said, I was making sure I wasn't going to get Zozo'd or some bullshit like that, like in Final Fantasy VI, by resting here. Granted, this place is not giving me any similarities of Zozo. Ayla learned Boulder Toss. Learned Falcon Strike Dual Tech. And even when I see her level up, I read it like she's her simple dialect. Oh, duh. Went the wrong way. Cool. And get attacked again. Darn it. Yeah, show your saving abilities. I just officially started working on my cosplay for KupoCon as Sabin from Final Fantasy VI. Ordered a couple of things that I've been needing to get. I'm excited to get forward into it, mostly because I'm a simplistic person, and Sabin's cosplay couldn't be much more simplistic. Hell yeah, Sabin. Yeah, I love both him and Edgar. The Figaro they're twins. Are one of the best character duos in Final Fantasy, in my opinion. Even though they're not always, bound in story together, I love their story, their tell, and their interactions. Ooh, that should actually... I've never actually cosplayed unless LARPing counts. Yeah, I don't see why. Yeah, why wouldn't it count? I mean, I'm not an aficionado of that. I've never cosplayed ever before until I met some of my same people I'm meeting up in for KupoCon. I went to Gen Con a few years ago, and we all cosplayed as part of the Critical Role's. Well, there was just multiple from different eras of Critical Role, and had a good old time. But yeah, they are much more devout to cosplay. They are much more talented. Like they are all incredible in their creations. I'm much more of a simpleton, so I try to just keep up with my simplicity whenever I do get a chance, which is very rare. So this will be my only second time to do so. But they were also fantastic at helping improve my cosplay once we got together too. So. Ooh, that's a good. That's not a good host poll to put out. Who's the better twins, Palom and Porum or Edgar and Sabin? I would say, obviously, from synergy standpoint, obviously Palom and Porum, but I'm interested to see who favors who in that voting. You're not getting through here. Oh, cool. Of course, boss fight. Lob as if anyone were oh, I'm reading the... I might have to go replay FF4 and 6 real quick. I just played FF6 a couple of right before the new year, and it was a blast. I have a feeling one's going to represent fire. Let's see if I cast water on this guy, if it does anything, or if it needs to be ice. Well, I played all the Pixelmon Masters in order a couple of years ago. I've only played 6 on the Pixelmon Master. I still really want to play 4. My friend I was just talking about that I cosplay with and just hang out with and stuff. And it's in both my games. She's currently playing After Years for the first time, just to because I've encouraged her multiple times and did warn her that it wasn't like the best game, but it was a nice little walk through our nostalgia if you love Final Fantasy IV. Oh, what's taking so long here? Come on. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm targeting that guy. I've never played After Years. I recommend it if you can get your hands on it. Now, the only really good version of it, in my opinion, was originally the Wii, and then I think they ported it to. Oh, hold on, sorry. They ported it to DS, I think, and then a couple other things, and they made it like 3D version, which wasn't my favorite, but I can't remember the one they originally ported to that kept it like the original Final Fantasy IV layout along with the Wii. But it was fun. It was fun kind of seeing how all those characters became in the future and all their significance and all that. Some of it is a grind, but it's also, like I said, it was a nice walk down, I wouldn't say memory lane, but like a new era of that time frame. So I'm assuming, I don't know what's the best approach here. Is trying to take out the little guy or worry about those stupid. I feel like when I do the AoE, they both jump and do that stupid thing. And of course, that guy is not taking physical damage much. Of course, he's going to take him out. Did he just throw a rock on to order the attack? Okay, so that guy looks like he's vulnerable. I think this 2D version of After Years is from PSP. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what the platform was. Yeah, I mean, After Years was far from an amazing game, but I did love the. I just love seeing the characters again. Ammo. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. All right, who's your favorite? Anyone who's played Final Fantasy IV, who's your favorite Final Fantasy IV character? It was nice doing the Kane. I'm not gonna refer to that G helmet just because that's spoilers I really didn't want to put out there. So. Yep, Kane's my favorite. Does it have to be a playable one? No, not at all. Cecil because Cecil, but also Kane because he's the prototype for dragons. Yeah, he will always remain one of my tops because of that. Cecil's such a simple character to start with, but then the transformation is really what builds him up. But Kane, yeah, if you guys have watched my building Kane thing, I've already done kind of a video underline of him. He definitely has unique involvement in that series. And just Dragon's cool as shit. And the amount of times his jump ability helped me, or like he was the last one standing, did a jump and got the last hit in, is like, I can't tell you how much that's bailed me out. Whoa. Oh, you jerk. Okay. Yeah, hit him. What a unique ability. Casting lightning on the other person so they can then conduct it via physical damage. How many hit points do these stupid dinosaurs, or whatever these things have? Why is... Okay, he's asleep. Okay. All right, wake up, Glenn. There we go. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I just gotta hit this dinosaur guys, or he's gonna negate all damage pretty much. I'm very intrigued what you're going to say, Erica, since you said it doesn't have to be a playable one. Come on.
Oh, I said Barbarisia as a second place. Oh, I didn't see anything posted by...
My bad.
Did I miss some chat or something? It says, does it have to be a playable one? Or did you say it, or... Oh.
Barbarisia, the wind fiend, right? With the hair, if I'm not mistaken. I think we were talking about a few episodes ago, or sessions ago, on what their name actually was. Sorry, everything is messy because there's two discussions at a time. We're also talking in Discord. Yep, someone. Yeah, what? All right. That's the one. Okay. Why can't I use the Athenium? Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant Panacea.
Yeah, I found out it's because the number of characters you could input in the first version of FF2 on SES. There's a common fan canon that she's a lesbian because people swear up and down she tends to target male characters more often. Is that the general, the support of it, why it's second? They changed the name because in the space they had, she was also called Lavalis in version of the game. I mean, that's why she's at the top of the list, but she's second because Rydia is objectively. But Rydia is my favorite. So, like, Kayn is the mysterious, but Rydia is my selection. Man, straight into combat. Disables tech and item commands. Oh, that's not obnoxious. Let me guess, his defense is high because he's a rock. Cool. Cool. Rebel. It's the Hamburglar. Rebel. Bye. There's a couple of, like I said, I think I may have mentioned this before. At one point, I did want, I'm trying to figure out if I can find a 3D print that I can have a nice weigh down on it, but I have a friend I want to make some basically like bookshelf like holders to keep the books together, but they're internal and it's polymer form and stone form, like they're holding the books from both sides. Platinum Helm. $700 Gil, that's what I'm talking about. Or G, whatever. Different game. Whoa. Is that like the I can't always forget what the spell's called in 6, where it's like the storm or like the cloud, like it's like a tornado and it drops them down to like either half or the 1 HP. All right. Well, I just got to a save point. I think this is a good stopping point for me this evening. Have a few more things I have to do to finish out the day before I get to start a wonderful work week. Looks like we're starting back up in the Mountain of Woe to, I guess, maybe see the Guru of Life and see what other shenanigans happen next time. I appreciate all you guys playing tonight, or watching me play tonight, and putting their insights inside out of JRPGs and questions about Fabula Ultima. As always, I have a Discord now on my YouTube page. Feel free to click that, check that out, join the community, and gonna keep throwing out new videos on Fabula Ultima and hoping the game grows. And I'm happy to be one of the people to try to onboard and introduce people that are curious. So until that, you guys have a good rest of your evening, and happy Easter if that applies to you. If not, just have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll talk to you later.